when you're in that dress. Glad you're home. Will you stay with me and never leave? You walked into my life and I am glad you came. Glad you came. When you're not around, I've been broken. Glad you came. Glad you came. I was lost till I fell in your eyes. Had me wondering why I feel like home. I hold you close so you're by my side till the end of time. Before we go, will you stay with me, never leave? You walked into my life and I am glad you came. Glad you came. When you're not around, I've been broken. Glad you came. 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 I'm glad you came.
Don't say it, darling, 'cause you'll fake it. Don't hide the tears, 'cause I know you're breaking. All this love and all this pain you've given. All this love and all this pain you bring them from another world.
Another tear just burst from the side of your eye.